So I'm back, and this is my thought video. I was like, forget it, I'm not changing my shirt or anything like that, taking off my makeup, nothing, and I'm not going to do it tomorrow. So I just figured I'd do it today. And this particular video is going to be on college, because my college experience, I just wanted to share my college experience and different things like that, because I feel it could help somebody. Somebody could be wanting to go back to school. Somebody could be graduate high school to go to college, or already in college, and you could be wanting to give up or not want to do it because you can't afford to pay for it, or you're just not understanding the work or anything like that. And I really don't want you guys to give up. This is just real talk. I don't want you guys to give up, because in this particular time, you need your college education just to get a good job. Especially with everything that's going on in the economy, you need a college education to get a good job. And you don't want to struggle more than what you have to, and it's already a lot going on, so why add more pressure to you? So for me, I graduated high school in 2010. I graduated high school in 2010, and I graduated from a majority white high school, and I enjoyed it. Like, the kids was really nice. Like, they was really nice, and there was obviously black kids there, Mexicans and stuff, but all the kids was really nice. I never really had a problem with anybody. I would talk to both and stuff like that. They was real chill. And I went from a all black high school to that particular high school, and it was different, you guys. It was really, really different. Okay, so, and I was used to being around more black, not being racist, more black kids than white kids, but I got along with everybody. So for me, it wasn't, I wouldn't say I was like the popular girl, because I wasn't popular or anything. I stayed to myself. I didn't really hang out with people after school and stuff like that. I just really stayed to myself. I always been that way, but it was different. So anyway, when I graduated high school, the high school that I graduated from really didn't help the black kids as far as college go. And I say that because we had a ceremony, and at this particular ceremony, it was honoring kids who got money for school, who was going to college. And I would probably say that it was probably like 15, 20 black kids to about 40, 50 white kids that was being honored. And all of the black kids their money was all under 8,000, and this is honestly was all under 8,000, whereas though the white kids, and I'm not racist or anything like that, their money was 900,000, 800,000, $1 million. You guys, they not gonna use all that money for college. That's just real talk. Well, there was a lot of kids that wanted to go to school, but they couldn't afford to go to school, so they didn't apply, and half of that money could have went to helping a lot of kids, especially in the county, that wanted to go to college. But yeah, they had parents that was teachers, or they had teachers that really liked them, that helped them, and we just didn't get that particular help. But the only reason I knew about certain things as far as college was I had people around me that wanted to go to school, that showed me college and stuff like that. So it was different for me compared to other people. But anyway, the high school I went to was different, like I said. And my senior year, I had a half a day. I would only have 3 classes, but I ended up having 4. And one of the classes I ended up failing, which messed up my GPA. That year, I would have had a good GPA if I did not listen to that guidance counselor and take trigonometry. So your senior year, if you don't have to take a math, you guys, and I'm saying this because I've been through this, if you don't have to take a math, do not take a math. I repeat, do not take a math, especially if it's trigonometry, calculus, pre-calculus. If you don't have to take it, do not take it. Wait until college. That's real talk. So the particular guidance counselor, they call you down, meet with you, what you gonna do, college, blah blah blah. And so I told her the colleges that I want to go to, and one of the colleges was particular in the South, in North Carolina. It was North Carolina A&T. And she was like, oh, you want to go to that school? And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, let's look up the school. So she looking up the school and stuff, and she was like, well, you're gonna need another math to go to this school. And I was like, well, I got all my math credits, so why I need another math? Well, you can take business finance, but that class is already filled, so the only option is trigonometry. And at that time, you guys, I love math. Anybody that know me know I love math, but you guys, I shouldn't have listened to her, because I signed up for this daggone class and I got the teacher from hell that didn't want to explain how to do stuff. And for me, I ask questions. If I don't know what's going on, especially in math, I ask questions. So she would show me once, and so I would say, well, can you show me another example that got this and this in it? Well, I just showed you an example. The same thing applies, but it's a different problem with different things in it. So that kind of just discouraged me from like math, and I would do my work, but the ones I didn't understand, I just didn't do. And that messed up my GPA. So I ended up failing that class, but I did graduate. I did walk across the stage, thank God. And I was done with high school. That season of my life was over. Well, you guys, applying to colleges, I did not get into the college that I wanted to. I ended up getting into one of the colleges that I applied to, but I had to do like a summer program. And then there was another college that this recruiter really wanted me to go to. And I did not want to go to that school, so I didn't apply. But now thinking back on it, I should have applied like my mama said. But I didn't apply. But you live and you learn, and you have to go through different things in order to learn from your mistakes. So I learned from these mistakes, you guys. That's why I'm able to tell you about them. So I ended up getting accepted into Bowie University in Maryland. And I had to do the little summer thing, but I couldn't afford to pay for the summer thing, so I didn't do the summer thing. And so I ended up going to community college. But you guys, I ended up having to take like courses to build up my education to get to the college courses. So I pay attention, ask questions, do good in school so that you won't have to take these pre-courses, so your college experience won't be longer. Okay, I mean, it won't be longer than when it has to be. A 2-year college and you got to take pre-courses that make it 3 years, 3.5 years. That's longer than what you have to be in school to get your degree. So pay attention, do what you got to do. Do not take a math if you don't have to. Again, okay, don't do that. Don't do that. So I ended up having to take them courses, and it sucked. But I ended up learning a lot. I needed to take them courses, and I had teachers, like, the crazy thing, all my college teachers, when I was going to a class, they was all fun and entertaining, and they really showed you how to do things, and they took their time to show you. So that made it even more excited, where I was getting, you guys, A's and B's. Like, I never got straight A's before. Well, I was getting straight A's, and I was like, what? Well, in elementary school, obviously you get straight A's, but I was like, what? Like, I was so happy, so excited, pumped for college and stuff like that. And so then, you guys, it comes the money part, paying for school. So it gets discouraging, especially the community college I was going to, a majority white county, majority white community college. Don't really want to help the black kids go to school, don't want you to succeed. So it's a fight trying to get everything. That can be discouraging. So if you're in that situation, trust me, just keep pushing, because look at me now, you guys. Trust me, it's easier, smooth sailing once you make it over that hump. So it gets discouraging. I end up, because I couldn't pay for it and because I failed one class, they take your money away. And I'm like, wait, you're not giving me the money. I'm getting the money from the state. Why? I end up not going to school for a semester. And then I had to pay out of pocket to go back to school to build up my financial aid. That's where they get you. That sucks. A lot of people cannot pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 to go to school. They can barely pay to live because, you know, the economy. So it's really discouraging, and you want to give up, but you don't. You just keep pushing on. And it helped. For me, it helped because I have parents that encouraged me and that got my back. And I'm in a situation where my parents say, as long as I'm in school, they'll take care of me. So until I get my degree, I'm good. You know, my parents got me. I'm good. That's a good thing. But I did have jobs, obviously jobs in between and stuff, so that's a good thing. But some people are not in that situation, so they gotta work and go to school, and that make it even more tougher for you to want to go to school and want to do what you gotta do, you guys. But don't give up, okay? So I ended up having to pay out of pocket, so I only could pay for one class. That one class was what I needed to get my financial aid back. I ended up getting my financial aid back, and I end up having fun in school again. But next thing I know, I had to move, and I had to go to, obviously moving to a different state, and the whole college experience, applying for colleges and stuff and not getting accepted, blah blah blah. It is hard, and then how you gonna pay for it? So I never wanted to go the loan route. I never wanted to do loans because, you know, you hear stories, people get these loans and they're trying to pay off these loans, and you just don't know what happened, especially with everything that's going on personally in your life. You just don't know. So I never wanted to do the loan route, but at this point, I really wanted my degree. Like, my main goal from the time I graduated high school, even up until now, is just to get my degree, you guys. That's like, once I get my degree, I know that I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good, especially what I want to do. I'm good. I'm straight. So that's my only goal. And then on top of that, you have people who, like, friends, like, why you keep doing this? Like, it's taking you this long. Like, you need to just don't do it no more. Like, I'm saying like so many times, but they discourage you. They make you want to give up, but don't give up. Like, those are not your real friends. Because, and obviously a lot of those people I'm not friends, like a lot of those people I don't talk to at all no more. And yes, I'm still getting my degree, but their life is so much harder, and they going through a lot, and they got unnecessary baggage that I don't have, if that makes sense. But don't have those people around you. If they not on the same page as you and y'all don't have the same goals, then you don't need to be your friend, because real talk, all they gonna do is try to bring you down and try to discourage you. And a lot of those people, once I cut them off, it was like things just started happening left to right, left to right. It was just going real fast, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening. I'm not friends. Like, it was so much going on. And you learn who your real friends are, because your real friends will encourage you. Like, I have people that encourage me to, like, do what you're doing, like, keep applying for school. And I had some of them would say, hey, you know, you might want to get a part-time job just in case this and things. But they was trying to look out for you, because obviously you grown, you need to take care of yourself. But they was encouraging school. And then I have friends that was still in school doing that thing. So you just kind of learn who your friends are and who understands what you're going through. But anyway, so once I cut them off, I end up moving. Yeah, jumped ahead of myself. So I end up moving and, you know, applying for school again. Here we go, through the process all over again. Get discouraging. So you got to go the loan route. Didn't want to do the loans, but finally I was like, forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and do the loans. Go ahead and do them. And I don't got to pay them off until after I graduate. Well, 6 months after I had my degree. I'll be alright. I'll be making money. They go based on what you're making. You pay it off that way. It'd be okay. And I just pray to God that, hey, God, bless me with a lot of money so I can pay it off in full, and I won't be in student loan debt, because I don't want to be in debt. That's one of my things. You know, you don't want to be in debt. You do want to buy a house. You want to buy a car. You, like, want to have all that, and obviously you don't need to be in debt to do that. But I didn't want to go the student loan route, but I ended up having to go the student loan route. So applying to different schools. So finally I didn't get into all them other schools once I moved. So Hampton University, I was like, well, I want to go to Hampton. That was always one of my dreams, but I never told nobody that I wanted to go to Hampton. Anybody that know Hampton University knows that it's a private school, and the tuition is like $20,000, and like, I don't got that type of money, so I didn't even apply, you guys. But I found out they do online classes, so I was like, well, let's see if I get into it. So I applied, and it was like a process. It was like taking too long, so I just kind of gave up. And they said, you need to do this, and I was like, forget it. I gave up. And that was in 2013. So I went through 2013. I just worked, and I was like, no. Going through that working experience, working that job, you guys, oh my God, was that a test. I did. It was a test, you guys, like, whoo. And I got to the point where either I was going to get into a fight and end up getting arrested, or I would quit and go back to school. So I quit, and I went back to school, and I reapplied for Hampton. And you guys, it was smooth sailing. It was like Jesus was just talking to me. He was up in my ear talking, and I was listening. And I applied. I got accepted into Hampton, and it was online, and the whole process was smooth. And so the first semester I didn't have to take out student loans, but then the next semester I had to take out student loans. And Obviously it's building up, the student loans is building up, but it's not that bad. It's not like I thought it would be. It's not that bad. My GPA is a 3.4. I never had a 3.4 GPA before. Like, I'm learning so much. It's just me. I cut off a lot of people, and things are just like moving really, really smoothly. So you guys, if you're thinking about going back to school, try online, especially if you're my age. I'm 23. I'll be 24 this year. 24 years old this year. If you're thinking about going back to school, try online. I actually met someone in the class who was on campus, but then something happened, so she had to switch to online. It's never too late to go back to school. Student loans, I still get my Pell Grant, but still, student loans and all that is not that bad. It's worth it in the end. I'll be graduating, you guys, next May. Graduating with my bachelor's degree in business management. I will have my degree finally. It took me 7 years. It was, yeah, 7 years, but I will have my degree. But within those 7 years, I learned so much about myself. I learned a lot of things that you probably would have never learned if you didn't have to go through all that you went through. So I would say, if you're in high school, pay attention, focus, do what you gotta do, get them good grades so that you won't have to go through everything that I just did. You can just apply, get accepted, you get some type of degree. You may have to do your pay, get a grant, do your Pell Grant from federal, state, but you don't got to pay that back, and that will help. Or you can do work study. But to make it easier, y'all pay attention. And if you're in college right now, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't give up. Trust me, yes, it's hard. I know. Trust me, I know. But keep going, because at the end, you walking across the stage with that degree is so much better than you not having a degree and you struggling trying to find a job, because you can't find no job without no degree these days. So just keep pushing on. Just realize that you have someone else that's in school trying to get their degree too. You're not the only one going through this. I had to realize I'm not the only one going through this. There's a lot of people in my class who are military, in the classes that I take, are military veterans. They done fought in wars. They older, 50, 60. Their children are graduating high school, and they're going back to school because they need their degrees. And, they be like, I didn't want to do it, but my kids encouraging me, and then just reading what you wrote encouraging me. You guys, trust me, it's totally worth it. It is totally worth it. And if I can give you any advice or help you in any kind of way, just ask me and I'll tell you stuff like that. I'm so happy that I didn't go on campus, because I thought I was ready to go on campus, but I wasn't. And the school that I went to, the year I was supposed to go to Bowie State. There was a killing at the college, and I'm happy I didn't go, because that would have freaked me out. That totally would have freaked me out. Or it could have been me. Like, you never know. Like, God has things go a certain way for a certain reason, so you never really know. You never really know why he got you going down this path. But I see clear as day why he got me going down this path, because he was protecting me from things that I really didn't need in my life, or I really didn't need to go through. So just keep focused on your prize. Your prize is your degree. You're not the only one. I'm right along with you. I'll be graduating too. And just stay focused, you guys. Just stay focused. Just as hard. And if you don't want to do student loans, I totally understand why you don't, but it's worth it. Like, go ahead and do student loans, get your degree, and then once you graduate, 6 months after that, you have a job, because my college helped you find jobs, so you have a job. And they do it based on how much you make, and it's not that bad. And you can always pay extra to pay it off earlier. My prayer is Jesus bless me, okay? But I can pay off my loans in full. But you guys, I promise you guys, like, this was my college experience, and I just wanted to share this story just to encourage somebody. I don't know, like I said, what you're going through or anything like that, but hopefully this encouraged you. I'm not giving up. Like, I'm pumped, I'm excited, and I'm almost done, you guys, and I'm learning so much. Like, it's crazy. But I hope you get why I did this video, and I hope you understand these are just the thoughts on my head. And like I said before, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the description box below, and I will answer those questions. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys.